What's up, Facebook world? I should have did this on Instagram. I just want to say one thing. I'm going to talk to my teammate, Alexis, and see if she wants to do a little segment about this. But we had a transaction with an agent out in Anne Arundel County, a difficult agent at that. I think it was okay in the beginning when we sent the offer and all of that stuff, right? But then once I think the agent kind of found out who we were, I think she actually showed up at the home inspection. Things kind of changed drastically. So let me put this up here. I'm not gonna be long. So pretty much we'll get in detail on the segment, but I just want to say, my friends, my family, my real estate family and colleagues, let's make sure when we are speaking, how can I say this? Let's make sure when we are replying to any request of a buyer or a seller, my son was calling me. Please make sure that you are getting the words of you are conveying your client's words, the message. There are too many agents out here that are speaking on behalf of, oh my God, my son. There are a lot of agents out here speaking on behalf of their clients. And their clients don't even know. It could be in reference to repair requests. It could be in reference to access to the property, settlement, just anything, any revisions needed in the contract on the transaction. There are a lot of agents who are speaking on behalf of, they're speaking on behalf of their clients. They're speaking for their clients. Let me say that. They're not even bringing it to their clients, and they're just making a decision for their clients. And as I learned in class, that that you're definitely not supposed to do that. You cannot speak for your client. You need to present every request, everything to your client. Let them make if it's something that I'm speaking to my client about on behalf of another party, I might talk to my client, but I also will follow up with an email so they'll know exactly what I'm going to convey, especially on some serious issues. They'll know exactly what I'm going to convey to the other party, because I don't want nobody to say, well, I didn't say that, or if something went wrong. So however, one of our clients purchased the property, and the agent was very difficult, and the agent was speaking for their client. I just got a call from my client, and they said that the seller, he's the buyer, and so my client, who's the buyer, and the seller kind of formed a relationship. So they were talking on the phone, and come to find out, he was asking, like, how's everything going? And some things were brought up in the conversation. And the seller said they never even knew about it. They never knew that, they knew nothing about it. They didn't know that the agent brought a contractor to the house to try to speak for the seller doing the inspection and the final walkthrough. So come to find out, the seller felt so bad that they actually purchased the parts and reimbursed them for some things that they did, because they said if they would have known, they would have made those repairs. Though it wasn't anything really major. Well, to the buyer it was major, but to the seller that was just something that they knew that probably would have been an issue, and they would have rectified if it was brought to their attention. But because their agent was so difficult, the agent I don't even think they even saw the repair request of my client. So anyway, it was an as is with the right to terminate. So my client did want to bring some things to the seller's attention before they made the decision if they wanted to move forward or not. And that's pretty much how we got there. So the agent was, kind of difficult because my client was going to, whatever. Oh, as a matter of fact, I don't know if it was as is. I might be mistaken. We did have an inspection. It was just like a short inspection contingency. But they never even really brought anything to their client the way they were supposed to. And my client, well, actually, Alexis fronted the bill for the most important repair item of the buyer. So she actually paid for that repair. I didn't know she did it afterwards, but she made that repair just to keep everything together, which I respect. But he just wanted to call me and let me know that, for Loretta, it wasn't the seller being difficult all along. It was the seller's agent. So what happened was, when we did our inspection, the seller, the listing agent, happened to be at the property. My client is an interracial couple, so it's a white, Caucasian man and no, she's not American, but she's a black woman. So that kind of changed. After that inspection, her tone just started to change. And then at the final inspection, her and the wife got into it because she was just very bold in her conversation and really pretty much talking to us like we were little girls. So it was a big issue. Of course, I had conversations with her. She's hung the phone up on me, and I had to let her know, because I ain't no punk or nothing. So I professionally let her know, like, check who you talking to, like, what's up, So I didn't show up to this settlement because it was that hostile. So anyway, but my client wanted me to know that, he really think it was a racial issue. Once she figured out, she saw who I was, because my name could be a little different, and she's an older agent, so she didn't probably look and do her research and look me up. So, but when she saw me and Alexis, my team member, she said, okay, she looked at that. And then when she saw that he was married to a black woman, her whole temperature changed. So I think that's something we need to discuss too, because it's been coming up a lot lately with even appraisals and value properties, being valued less than they should be. So it's a lot of stuff going on. And again, a lot of the times with the appraisals, things could have been more so. People just didn't do their due diligence properly as far as the appraisals, looking up comps. And you got a lot of appraisers who, if the property is vacant, they won't even go into I know appraisers, and I ain't throwing nobody under the bus, and there's nobody I know like this I'm just that close to and do a lot of work with, but I know there's been appraisers who've actually sent reports and they ain't never even stepped into a house. They never even really stepped into the property. They just go by what the property values, and probably use some of the vacant pictures that's in the property or whatever. But like, we all as professionals just got to do better. We got to understand that we're licensed. People are trusting us to have their best interests, and we got to do that. And then again, like I always say, us as agents, it's easy if we work together to get things done, opposed to kind of, making it a thing of who's right, who's wrong, who wins and who loses. It's not about that. It's about having the best interests of our clients and just making sure we're doing things with integrity. But I just wanted to get on and say that he actually we just hung up a few minutes ago, and he agreed to kind of like us to go live and him be on like a phone call, and he really wants to express his share his experience with that, and how the seller is really taken to him. So I said, we really could probably file, or he could probably file a claim or some kind of grievance, something. But I said, you know what? It's not going, that is already said and done. But, it's good to just let people know what, we're up against. And the other thing we talked about is, these are some of the same agents that prior to our previous administration, they probably didn't have the attitude that they had. They probably had something deep down inside of them. But sometimes when you have people, leaders who say, show that it's okay to be, show that dark side of you, you know what I mean? You just come out. and then you know you can't really be real blatant about it, but you can make things difficult. So I told him that could be it. That same lady, you know, 10 years ago could have been the sweetest person to work with as far as a working relationship, but you know, her views, because those things could have been inside of her, and her views could have just, things are just different now. So just kind of be on the lookout for things like that. Speak up for your clients and do what you have to do. But if he would have said, Flo, let's push some buttons on this and make sure that she understands what she did wasn't right. You know what I mean? But I don't think he wants to go that far. But he does want to share his experience. So we'll see when he could come live. Well, not really. We're going to go live and have him on a phone call. And then he'll share his information. So we'll post it, and maybe you all could tune in and see what he says and how he feels. And then if you think back into some of your recent transactions, you might say, you know what, this could have been the situation with such and such's transaction. We thinking it's just isolated or something, but it could be, it could be a thing that's going on. So if we speak up about it, maybe people will put that thing back deep down inside of them, so they won't make it so blatant and obvious, because it's going to be there. But we all have a common goal, and that's to serve our clients and make sure we do that with integrity. So I just wanted to get on here and tell you my little spiel. Nothing planned, nothing scripted, just me and my day-to-day life and what I deal with real estate. But all right, guys, be safe, enjoy the nice weather, stay safe, and stay peaceful. All right, much love. Bye.